maybe I'm not obliged to take, but my plan was to take here and then play knight e4. Looks quite good, so the only problem, maybe I underestimated f6. Oh, by the way, maybe f6, it takes f6, gf6, and what if I play knight g5, pawn takes, queen g6, king h8, queen h6, queen g5, but then I'm not sure I have a final shot. f6 is the only move for him, I believe. Like, I mean, he can play queen d8, but it's like, anyway, at some point, let's say queen d8, queen e3, so forcing him to, or maybe queen d8, rook f5 is even better, defending the e5 pawn, so no knight takes e5, and doubling my rooks on the f file. I'm sure the engine would give like plus maybe 2 here, but what do I do to finish him? That's the question. Since unfortunately, let's say queen b3 or queen c4 check looks good, but just let's say king h8 and I can just jump my rook to h4. Then the question is, what do I do? Maybe I can just play, let's say, rook f5. The point is that if pawn takes e5, then I give him check, king h8, and then rook g5. And then it's already about rook h5. It looks good. As I already said, like first thing to start with, of course, e takes f6. Knight f6, then maybe knight g5 is at least grabbing a pawn. Like, this is something, yes? But e takes f6, pawn takes, and what do I have there? Maybe just nothing. I mean, knight g5 something what I checked. Maybe knight g3 is interesting, just freeing this square, but there is rook f7. Maybe knight h5. And queen g6, not so a critical position of the game. Yeah, critical position of the game. It's not so clear how do I beat him. I think two main moves for me are e takes f6 and rook f5. By the way, I just realized that maybe, like, at the moment, I mean, f takes e5 is not an option at all for black because I have knight g5. But how... I mean, for example, rook a e1 might be a good move. It's funny, but like later after the match, I'm gonna check for games, and maybe rook a e1 here is like quite... You know, for those who studied my courses, rook a1 last piece development, yeah, just like rook e1, what he gonna do? Yeah, he has some problems. It's like even there is a threat to play e6, knight b6, after, let's say, rook e1, the threat is e6, knight b6, e7, and if queen e7, then knight g5. So maybe rook a e1 is not bad at all, I would say. However, like, I would like to have something more convincing. But what? But I'm just curious, what he gonna do after rook e1? Knight g5, rook f1, king f1. I don't know what he gonna play. Like, such a not the best move, but I just like I think two best moves are e takes f6 and rook f5. But rook a1, like, of course, the difference, what is important when you do last move improvement, you do it fast. You don't spend, I don't know how much time I spent, like 5 minutes for sure, and you don't get down to 2 minutes. Yeah, this is the point. But rook a1 is like such a classy move. Yeah, it means like you really understand something in chess. Rook e1 took me 5 minutes, but I'm very happy with this move, and even this move was enough to play. I mean, making this move was a good reason to play this match, because rook e1, like, it's a hard move for even to think about that. But actually, like, when you know the move, it looks quite logical.